Hey everybody. Good evening and welcome to a bit of a movie night here.
Yeah, welcome to our living room.
Yeah. For those who haven't seen it in person, this is our living room.
Yeah.
And we decided we're going to do another movie series, but instead of like with the Conjuring series, where we watched everything at once and then ranked it, we're going to go movie by movie.
Yeah, so we're watching Insidious.
Insidious #1 tonight.
Yeah, so we got our PJs on. Mm-hmm. We have our snacks.
Yes.
First, some decaf coffee. Ooh.
We both have our mugs from our North Carolina trip. What's yours?
Oh, this is from, if you've been to Greensboro, North Carolina, this is from the Cozy Brew Cafe.
Yes. This is from the Guilford Courthouse National Military Park. Very famous places.
Yeah. And so we also have Bisbee with us here, and she is very eager to have some ginger snaps.
Yes. She loves
I'll give you some, Bisbee, because you're a good girl. So we have our ginger snaps here ready to go. Mm-hmm. And then we also have some gummies to snack on. And then we also have some chili lime mango peeps.
Leah loves her peeps.
Yeah, so we have our snacks here. Believe it or not, it's actually raining outside too.
Super rare for a May.
Yeah, for May in Tucson. For reference, it's like 7 p.m. on a Sunday right now. So I would say it's perfect weather to watch a spooky movie.
I would say so.
Yeah.
So with that, let's go ahead and get into the movie here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, remember us?
Hello, everybody. It's been a minute.
Actually, for you, it was a few seconds.
For us, it was a little while.
Thanks for joining us. As you can tell by the intro, we're doing something a little different this time. We just moments ago, seconds ago, finished watching the first Insidious film.
It's fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
I know every scene, every line.
I mean, we literally just walked from the couch right over here. So I thought it'd be fun, or we thought it'd be fun.
Yeah.
To, instead of our normal podcast content, to kind of spin up this new, I don't know, different type of podcast content that is just, we're going to watch all the Insidious movies and we're going to talk about them, very similar to how we did The Conjuring.
Yeah. Yeah. So instead of doing kind of watching them, a bunch of them, and then ranking them and talking about it, we're going to go one at a time.
Yeah. So you can see our live. We're actually going to watch them live together right now. We're actually going to play the whole, just kidding.
Tune in Tuesday for our live stream.
Yeah. Live stream, live react to the Insidious.
Very good idea, actually.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that for one of them. I don't think anyone will be willing to bear through an hour and a half long podcast episode. I guess we're close enough already. We'll cut it up.
Yep.
Yeah. So welcome. It's been a bit, but we're excited to jump into it. Thank you for bearing with us. It's been a busy year so far, but we're excited to be back at it.
Yeah. So with that, we can jump into the first Insidious movie of many, from what I understand. This is kind of like The Conjuring, where it's a whole cinematic universe.
It's like The Conjuring in more ways than one.
Yes.
Do we want to talk about the main character?
That's like not the first note I have, actually. I said, like, what's with James Wan and Patrick Wilson?
I said, hold on. I took my notes on my phone here. Bear with me. Hold on. My number one note says Patrick Wilson again.
He's in like every James Wan movie. He's also in the Conjuring series.
This was before The Conjuring, though.
Yeah. So this was
in 2010.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's all the note I had on that.
Yeah, but I noticed that too, because I like when we first launched the movie, I was like, oh, Patrick Wilson's in this. I'm like, didn't he play like the guy in The Conjuring? And I was like, oh, same director.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I bet he's in a bunch of other stuff too then. And I was like, yep.
Yeah, but I don't know. This one is a little too close.
It's like the same genre even.
There was also a character named Lorraine.
I'm pretty sure it's an Easter egg.
Lorraine Warren. I was like,
that's my guess. It has to be
on the nose.
Yeah, that had to have been like an Easter egg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Anyways, yeah. So the movie, first off, watch the movie first, because otherwise this podcast isn't going to make sense.
Yeah. Be total chaos.
we're going to go in like kind of chronological order for the movie. So it kind of opens with Patrick Wilson as his dad, and he's married to someone who I forget their name.
The mom.
And they have several children. And one of them, like the main scene is that this kid named Dalton like wanders into the attic for apparent no reason at this point.
Just to be a kid.
And then falls in the attic and then goes into a coma for 3 months.
Yes.
I was like, what is happening? He didn't like fall and crack his head open. He just like slipped.
Well, they set it up like that scene was him, something happening, like getting possessed or something. But it turns out when you think about it, it actually had nothing to do at all with like the coma.
Correct.
Which is like weird.
Correct.
Because maybe that was like an intentional like bait and switch where it's like, oh, the twist is
I don't know if this movie's like really bait and switch content over here. This is not as thorough. Oh, sorry. What are you drinking? Are you drinking anything?
Oh, I have bubbly water with lemon lime of the sweetener in it. Nothing fancy.
Okay. I just realized I'm holding this. This is not a sponsor.
Believe it or not.
Not a sponsor. If y'all watch Love Island, this is the Love Island Poppy. It's really good. I also love Love Island. Maybe our next episode will be us as Jesse Love Island. Sorry. I'll put this down now. But yeah, that was a weird opener for sure. I was very confused. There was like no context, but this is kind of where we're at.
I thought like one of the notes I wrote down was like, if there's a kid who just like inexplicably goes into like a 3-month coma,
yeah,
like I assume it'd be like medical experts from like across the world.
No one
like,
cared.
Like curious of like, what's this weird case going on? Let's go see if we can figure it out.
Like I don't even think the fall wouldn't even be enough to knock him out. He just like kind of slipped a little bit.
Yeah, and the doctor says, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just in a coma. I'm like, no one finds that strange? Wants to, anyway.
Anyways, so then what happens, the next scene that I have is what I describe as like the early haunting phase of the movie.
Same here.
Weird stuff starts to happen, but like really not that weird. One thing that wasn't like a highlight of it was that the mother, so the kid had like moved home, like from the coma. They put like a hospital bed in his room and like let him stay in his own home while he was in a coma.
I guess like he's stable enough that they can have an in-home nurse.
Sure.
Like a nurse there, I guess.
So anyways, they have a baby monitor. Was it in his room? I think it was in his room.
Yeah.
And over the baby monitor to kind of listen while he's in a coma, she hears like creepy voices. And they go on for quite a while before she decides to investigate. And then when she does, the mom investigates. She's like, oh, okay, I guess I should go check that out. And it was like very nonchalant. She kind of like heard voices for a while and was like, that's weird. And then just like kept listening to them. And I was like, hello, if that's your son talking or someone's in his room, like I feel like you would immediately go run and check that out. But she was very nonchalant about it.
I thought it like when it said like, I want it now, I thought that was pretty effective. That it got me. Remember, I wrote down, it spooked me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
What spooked me a little bit was also like part of the scene, I think, was there's a person. So she goes up there eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Wanders on up.
To check out what's going on in that room. And then there was a person that appeared in the window, and that actually scared me.
Oh yeah, that was a good one too.
That was the only scare that I got in the movie, but it did get me.
Okay.
So
good
on them. Also, in general, other stuff starts happening. There's like one creepy noise. There was a face in the window. There was one bloody handprint that appears. Yet they like are already convinced that the house is like severely haunted, and they describe things that were never shown in the movie.
Really? I don't remember that.
Yeah, she was like, the mom was like, it's insanely haunted. The only thing that we've seen is the bloody hand, the voices, and the face in the window.
To me,
but
though, that's pretty haunted.
Yeah, no, but what she describes is like throwing things and stuff moving on its own. And I'm like, woman, like none of this has actually happened. Or like, why would they? Those are easy things to show on camera. Do you know what I mean? It's like classic, shit moving around. They showed none of it. She just like talks to it and we just assumed that it happened. So I didn't like love that. Yeah. So I don't know why they would skip that, but they did.
I thought it was weird that they stayed in the house after like they saw the person in the baby room.
Yes.
Because like I figure like even if you thought it was like a person and not like a haunting,
Yeah.
you'd be like, I just need to get out of this house for a while. I'm gonna go stay in a hotel.
Yeah. No, they didn't leave then. The mother is obviously very upset and they still didn't leave. What also happened that was like genuinely a little scary to me was that guy outside pacing.
Oh yeah, that was a good scene.
I love that scene. It was like really creepy. I wrote down that he looked like a vampire.
A little bit.
But what was scary was that he wasn't like chasing her. He was just like pacing.
Yeah.
That made it like worse.
Yeah. Like, ideas like they're like trying to basically possess the son, right? Like
Yeah.
they're like waiting to like
Right.
have the
But
ability
also,
to get in.
one of my gripes with this movie is you don't know that at all. So like one of my final notes is you have no context as to what's going on or why anything is happening until the very end of the movie, which makes every single scene like not make sense.
I could see that.
So anyways, we'll get to that later. And then I also have before they move is that what I liked was one of the biggest hauntings that they had happened in the middle of the day. And I liked that. I was like, that's a legit haunting. Like all this stuff always happens at night. Ooh, shadows. It was like, nah, we're going to haunt you in the middle of the day. And then everyone like was finally convinced, okay, let's go ahead and move houses. This one seems a little fucked up.
I thought it was weird how long it took Patrick Wilson to like believe in the haunt.
Oh, I have more
Okay.
about that later.
I was like,
this
brother,
whole time
you experienced weird stuff. Like, what are you doing?
he is totally in denial.
Yeah, he's like, nah.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Also, one thing that's confusing in the first house before they move, and just in general throughout the whole movie, which still made me really confused, was that every time you see a ghost, it's a different one.
Oh yeah,
There
there's,
are
like,
no repeat offenders, really.
There's like the big guy. There's like the lady.
No, there's tons of them.
Little kid.
Let's talk about the second house, but in general, that was like, again, maybe still never really made
It
sense.
makes sense when you know like later when they tell you why,
Right.
but like still,
Yeah.
doesn't make for like a coherent early story.
No, not at all. So eventually they move houses. At the new house, shocker, they're still getting haunted. This time by shocker, different ghosts. At this point, obviously, it's pretty clear that it's not the house, it's them. But I don't know. That was just like, I kind of felt like this was like a lull in the movie.
Like when they switched over.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now what? Now there's more ghosts. So that the same ghosts didn't follow you. I don't know. What was your thoughts on that?
I thought it was okay. I enjoyed kind of the first half of the movie.
Okay.
I thought like the early haunt was like effective.
Yeah.
For me, like I thought I was like in it kind of, I guess until they got to like what was actually going on. And then it kind of went off the rails for me a little bit. And I guess
I 100% agree. When we discussed our final takeaways at the end, I 100% agree that I thought the first house was way better.
But I thought it was pretty good. Like a effective jump scares were in this movie for me.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just kind of slow through the middle there as they transitioned. And like they had that weird stuff like the husband working late, like Patrick Wilson, like as like a teacher, like continually getting home late, and he'd be like, "Oh, I had a grade test till like 10 p.m."
Yeah.
It's like I grew up in a family of teachers. My brother's teacher.
forgot about that,
like no
yeah.
one's like grading tests and like
I know. He was
small
clearly
high
just
school.
like being a shitty husband
Yeah, he
and
was.
dad and like avoiding the home.
It's like middle of the night. He's getting home. He's like, "Oh, I had a grade bunch of
Right.
tests
He's like,
again."
oh, my wife and children are being haunted. This is like so annoying
This is
for
such a
me
bummer
to
for
deal
me."
with.
This is really hard for me.
His whole character was very like blah,
Yeah.
which I love him as an actor. And obviously he did a great job in The Conjuring. So I was expecting him to have more of like an impactful role, but he was just like a constant denier, a constant avoider.
Also, like, so kind of jump ahead a little bit when he like realizes what's going on. But when he sees like the drawings that his son was
Oh,
did, that
I
was like
have
the
this.
demon faces.
Yep.
I was like, you just are finding that weird?
This is what I says. It says he only notices these drawings
Yeah.
after they hire a psychic eventually to come and like help them out. We can just jump into that part.
Yeah.
So anyways, they hire this person that Patrick Wilson knew. His mother
knew.
His mother
Yeah.
knew. And had actually met with Patrick before, but Patrick doesn't remember it. And this woman basically tries to like see what's going on in this house. And what was this before? Her name was Elise?
Something like that. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember her name.
Anyways, what they determine is that there's like this astral projection situation going on. And stuff continues to happen while they're trying to investigate. Like the room is like Dalton's room is completely destroyed. Even after his room is completely destroyed, Patrick Wilson was still like, I don't think anything's
Like
going on here.
Got locked out of the room and the room like explodes. And then he's still just like, guys, there's a reasonable explanation for this.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
That like bothered. He was such a denier. It was very annoying. And then, his son is very clearly drawing images of what is happening.
Yeah.
And then he like finds them and he's like, oh, no way.
Now I see. I'm like, if I saw any of that, if my kid drew any of those, I'd be like, you're going to a psychologist, dude. You got some problems.
Yeah. And then like when they dig into the astral projection, I thought like maybe that was an explanation for why Dalton like wandered off. I don't know.
The thing is like he astral projects at night, but he doesn't know what it is.
He thinks he's dreaming.
But then he got like lost and couldn't get back to his body.
Okay.
Is like the thing. But like that's the biggest, that explanation is like the biggest like gap in this movie for me at the end.
Agreed. But, that is what I say when I talk about story and lore and this, it says the storytelling just like is not thorough at all. And that would have been like helpful context to have earlier, like the concept of astral projection, or that there's this other realm, you know what I mean? But there is no reference to another realm. There is no like Dalton specific explanation. It's just like their house is being haunted.
Yeah.
But that's not at all what's actually occurring,
right.
Which is really weird. And you go through the whole movie thinking the house is being haunted by ghosts, but that's actually not at all what's happening.
Yeah.
So they bring in the way that they actually like find out what's going on with Dalton is they bring in, I think her name is Elise, and like her team. And I don't have much other than like they have this scene where she's like in a gas mask.
Yeah, they do like this gas mask thing.
And she's like whispering.
Yeah.
Like into this other guy's like it's like a tube that like feeds into his headphones.
I don't know why they did that.
I was like, I personally have participated in the Estes method before, and this is not what that looks like. But she has like this like
is the
gas
idea that she like
mask.
mumbles so they hear her?
Is that it?
I don't know. That's my best guess. I don't know.
So anyway, so she has a gas mask on. She's in this tube and she's whispering. And then this guy has headphones on and he's listening and like writing down what she is saying.
Yep.
But I'm like, just take off the mask and say so everyone in the room can
knows what you're saying.
Why do you need to whisper it to the guy next to you? And then another note that I have in there is her two assistants. I just said we're completely incompetent.
They were, but I loved all their gizmos. Yeah. I did note that. I had a lot of interesting stuff I've never seen like a ghost movie before, and I thought that was fun.
Yeah. It was kind of like half seance, half like astral projection, half Estes method. Anyways, they eventually figure out what's going on. And now I'm like, okay, so we'll keep going. I'll get to there in a second. Yeah, I just said in general, it skips over important backstory earlier in the film that would have made like things become more relevant. And then it eventually makes kind of sense at the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole movie, you just, other than like the little scares are good, right?
Yeah.
But you're not like, there is no storyline that you can connect to.
Yeah.
Until the very, very end.
Yeah. Like once it transitioned to like the astral projection part of the movie, I didn't really like it. Like I didn't like the whole concept of like that other realm. it didn't make much sense to me.
It didn't make sense to me. They call it the what did they call it? The further is what this astral projection realm that Dalton is in. And what it is essentially is there's people, ghosts,
like
spirits that are in that realm that are trying to get to our realm through the body of the human that is astral projecting.
Yes.
They use them as like a gateway, I guess.
Yeah.
And so that's why all of these ghosts are like haunting Dalton is because they're trying to use him because he can astral project to like get to our world. Some of them were malicious. Some of them were like not.
Just kind of like opportunistic, I guess.
Yes. And some of them were tied to the house. Some of them were not. And so it just
clear
like
where the boundaries of like
no.
the further are for like where like I guess how far out like your radar goes for like being in that, because presumably like if you're in like a crowded part of the country, like it would just be like a sea of people who have died before you. And so like I didn't understand, like, is it tied to the house? If all those people died in the house? But that's not the case, because then the old lady, spoiler at the end, was like following this guy his whole life. So it's not clear to me like where the boundaries of the further are, or like, and that maybe they can go into it more in later movies. But like that, the biggest thing for me was just like how do they know the kid's there? But then you have Patrick Wilson walking around with like a lantern, and they don't see him, but some do. It just confused me.
I did. Yes, it was, that whole realm was very confusing. Some were very clearly tied to the house, I believe.
Yeah, it seemed like it too.
Like in general though, I thought that like the designs and the creatures in that realm were cool. Like I liked the realm. It was also like dark and kind of creepy, which I liked. Like the one that I thought was like really interesting was like that crazy woman who like shot all of her family on that couch or whatever. And so I was like, oh, that was an event that clearly took place in this house. And that's why. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, so maybe it is more tied to the house, but didn't some of those people follow them from the prior house? So that's like, so it's not geographically bound.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's all I said. I said, are these spirits trapped here because they died in the house? I don't know. How exactly are people crossing between the world and the further? I don't know. Still don't entirely understand the rules is what I wrote down.
Speaking of not understanding the rules, like when he's approaching like kind of like where his son, because so anyway, Patrick Wilson goes into the further to rescue his son. Turns out he can astral project too.
Yeah, his son has been taken by Darth Maul.
Yeah, by Darth Maul, and mixed with like the teleporting mutant from X-Men.
The first time he shows up, I'm just going to call him Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
The first time Darth Maul shows up, he's earlier in the movie. It's that classic scene where he like appears behind Patrick Wilson and like half of his face is there. And I'm sorry, it was immediately Darth Maul. And then you see future like full body like apparitions of him. And I'm like, that's still Darth Maul. Like, I don't understand.
He's literally Darth Maul mixed with like Knight something. But like the teleporting guy. You remember X-Men with like Hugh Jackman when he's playing Wolverine?
Yes.
And then there's the teleporting guy. Anyway.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
He looks like those two men, like Darth Maul and that guy. That's that guy.
Anyways, that is who has Dalton. So clearly that guy can go between houses.
But he's a demon, so he seems like stronger than the other ones. But
yeah, I said still don't understand the vampire looking guy. He is in, he's like werewolf vampire. So okay, Patrick Wilson, eventually Elise, I think, and Lorraine, I think is the mom, they're having like a seance situation turns out Patrick Wilson can also astral project.
Yes.
And he's had this skill or ability since he was a child. He didn't know it. He thought it was dreaming. Yeah, he forgot it. Anyways, Elise and her team had helped Patrick when he was a child.
Yeah.
And then like somehow like Men in Black erased his memory.
I think they said that like it was too traumatic, so he forgot.
Oh, okay.
Or something. I think
that wasn't super clear to me.
I think.
Anyways, they're in this room and they're like, Patrick Wilson, go get your son Dalton from the further. And so he astral projects, but of course he has to like go through a maze to get there.
Yeah.
He has
Again,
to
not
fight a
clear
bunch
the
of people.
geography of where he's going.
Yeah. He has to like fight a bunch of people, and one of the people that he fights is the vampire from like the very first scene.
And the thing is, they didn't also tell, like, she didn't tell, like, sorry, Lorraine didn't, or not Lorraine, the psychic
Elise?
lady, Elise didn't tell Patrick Wilson that he had like mind blessed these people. That them in like great information. He can like defend himself.
Fist fighting the vampire.
But like he didn't.
And then he was like, oh, wait.
And she's like, you could have told him, because like the lady was like, oh, you're stronger than them or something.
Right,
You're
yeah.
Like, you should have told him that going in. Like if anything like starts fighting you, just like mind blast him.
Yeah,
You can kick their ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that took him a while. Eventually he defeats the vampire. I don't know what that guy was. And then eventually he gets to Darth Maul's lair that has his son Dalton. Dalton is like chained up. So I think like Darth Maul took Dalton and like was holding
keeping
him
him there so he couldn't get back to his body. And so like he would like weaken over time and then he could possess the body. I think
it takes time.
I think it takes time.
Oh, I'm like, it's 3 months to have him chained up. Just like use his body to get into this realm already.
I think he like wait for like the body to like lose its connection to the soul. I think is like what I
clearly
interpreted
they
it as.
didn't explain this very well.
So,
I think is our takeaway. Yeah. And so through Patrick Wilson going through the further, he like fights all these people. He sees like the murdered family storyline that I just described. I think he sees the sailor boy too. That was like at the second house. And again, none of these people were interesting. I wish that there was backstories for all of these spirits that we're seeing.
Yeah.
But there's literally none, and there's no trend, and some of them are demons, and some of them are regular ghosts, and some of them are malicious, and some of them are nice, but apparently all of them are trying to use Dalton's body to get to our realm. And I wish that they had kind of narrowed that scope a little bit and like dug into maybe like one or two bad guys.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, very, very confusing. Did you have any comments on the further?
Not more than I've already said, other than just like, it was just kind of like confusing as to like the rules of that world and like, is there a bunch of people all astral projecting around the world?
Yeah.
Can they all find each other and talk? Anyway. So,
they didn't explain it at all. Yeah. Long story short, Patrick Wilson finds his son. They get the hell out of there. On their way out, Patrick Wilson sees an old lady who was haunting him as a child.
Yep.
Apparently, instead of all these different creatures being obsessed with Patrick Wilson, there was like one old lady that was trying to get to him. And the lady would kind of hover the same way around like the spirits were around Dalton in this world. That old lady was around Patrick Wilson as a child, and would get closer to him.
Yep.
And the way that Elise knew that this was happening at the time is that whenever Patrick got his photo taken, you could see the witch in the background.
Like getting closer as he got older.
Yes. And so, you know, at the end of the movie, there's like a bunch of photos, or I think, but right before they go into the astral projection, Patrick Wilson is shown these photos of him as a child with the witch in the background. So he's exiting now in the further with his son, running back to safety, and he sees this witch who has haunted him since a child, and he says basically, "I'm not scared of you," and then the witch just like evaporates like backwards.
Yeah,
there was like no fight, no struggle. He was like, "Screw you, lady," and then she was like, "Okay." It's like very anticlimactic for her being his demon. Did you expect more from that scene?
Well, I mean, I guess the big twist at the end is that she like does possess him.
Well, okay, I was gonna get there.
But yeah, but like then like they don't show any of it.
No.
But they imply that like he beats her.
Yeah.
But then like it showed also like that he could like push them away and keep them. So like oh, he's strong, and then like she just whoa.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Very confusing. So in that moment, you are believed that he has won over this old lady. He comes back and Dalton to the real world, and everything is fine, and everyone's like, "Wow, you did it! Good job! You overcame your demons." And then they're like cleaning up the final seance, like putting their papers and their books away or whatever. And Patrick Wilson like hands something over to Elise. When he does that, Elise notices that his hand looks like the old lady's hand.
Yeah.
And so really quick, Elise jumps up, takes a picture of him, and he gets really angry. And then he's like, I don't like my picture taken, because he didn't like it as a child because he associates it with this demon woman. So he like goes into a rage. He ends up strangling and killing Elise.
Yeah.
While everyone is like in the other room.
At that point, the twist did get me, because like even if that twist happened, I didn't think they would just like kill off
the main,
like the psychic lady, because that kind of like cuts the storyline on future movies. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
And the family is just like all celebrating in the other room, and he's just like murdering her.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't think he was going to do that, but he actually did that.
Yeah, twist did get me.
It did get me. Turns out when we finally see it, the photo at the end that Elise took right before she was strangled to death, he has been fully possessed by this witch lady.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the twist at the end of the movie. He didn't succeed. He was possessed. This witch lady is now in this realm through him. Again, no explanation on kind of how that happened. Obviously was a setup for the second movie. I get that. It was genuinely surprising that he murdered her.
Yeah.
At the end, the wife does, I believe, find out
Yeah,
that
she like
he
sees
has
the
been,
camera or something.
Yeah, that he has been. Oh, she sees the picture.
I think so. She's the one who finds the picture.
Yeah. Okay. So she knows, and she's ready for the second movie, and then it just kind of ends there.
Yeah, I think for me the biggest problem with the whole movie is like with the way they like explained it. It's like, what happens when the kid goes back to sleep? Like he's just gonna go right back to the like.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like they didn't like set him up with the tools to like manage it or something. So like, presumably the demon's just gonna be waiting for him to go back to bed.
Also, the demons are still just gonna haunt him during the day like they were before.
Yeah, like nothing changed other than they got him out.
Right. But they can just get him right back in like tomorrow.
Yeah, like what stops him from like just falling back to the same exact issue.
Right. They're gonna continue to be haunted because it's going to still want to get to him.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
the
you got away
demon
once.
wasn't defeated in any way. I think they just ran away from Darth Maul.
He just got away from him.
So, anyways, okay, here are my overall thoughts. Number one good takeaway from this movie is I think this would be a really fun haunted house attraction.
I bet it's been, that's probably true. I agree with you.
That's the thing that I was thinking the whole time with all the labyrinths and the different characters. I was like, I'm in a haunted house.
I assume it's been some version of it. Like
do you think it's been like Universal?
I bet so.
Oh my gosh.
We can probably look it up like a
Maybe
video.
we'll do that tonight, actually.
Yeah, we'll do that after this.
Okay. So that I loved. In general, I think it was a slow start. As I got more context as to what was going on, I liked it. I kind of liked the astral projection era, and I liked all those characters. I wish there was more backstory, like I had mentioned. One really thing that I actually really liked about this movie was that it does not rely heavily on jump scares.
That's true.
And I am one to fall for the jump scares. It's like an involuntary reaction. Joe knows this. Joe's just walking around a house that he lives in with me, and coming around the corner.
Middle of the day, I'll be walking
scare.
through the house, and I just walk in the room, and she freaks out.
I startle easily. But because the movie didn't have that, I was able to watch it.
Yeah.
And it was really great, and I wasn't scared. I mean, I was scared I wasn't scared, but you know what I mean. I could watch it without closing my eyes the whole time. The storyline eventually, when you get it at the end, sure, it makes enough sense, but it wasn't very strong, I would say. The overall just story and the way it was told was awful.
What would you give the movie out of 10?
I'd give it like a 4.
Oh, you really didn't like it. I guess.
No. Yeah. I did say, however, I would absolutely throw this on during like a background of a Halloween party.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what
just like
that's
a Saturday on, and during October you're cleaning the house.
Yeah,
just pop
like
it on.
if you're having a bunch of people over for a Halloween party and you need Hubie
Something.
Halloween has already played 5 times and you finally need something else to put on, I might throw this one on in the background while everyone talks and has drinks. Overall, I might watch it again. Now that I like understand actually what's going on, I feel like it'd be a lot more enjoyable.
Maybe it's like a better watch on watch 2 once you kind of know, and you can be like, oh, that's, and maybe you catch more. Maybe there's some of the stuff we've like complaining about,
so.
like gets explained once you know the context.
I think so.
That could be it.
And I also said that it's overall enjoyable. I would say it's a solid weeknight horror movie.
I think that's a good description.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I enjoyed the first half more than the second half.
Okay.
I thought the haunted house version of the movie was more fun than the astral projection part of the movie.
Yeah.
I would give the first half like a 7 out of 10. No, I would give it 8 out of 10.
You liked it?
I liked the first part.
Oh, okay.
Second half, I really like would go to more to a 4. So I'm going to even them out and we'll call it like a 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay, that's
I liked
pretty
it more
high.
than you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just had high expectations with Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
I had heard good things about it.
Yeah.
I think I liked the characters. The storytelling just really threw it away for me.
Yeah. I would say I thought in this, like, the scary bits in the early part, I thought really worked for me. I actually I was like, oh, this is scarier than The Conjuring.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Scarier than The Conjuring?
Question mark title.
No way. Wow.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so out of how many movies are there?
I think there's like 6 or something. There's
Okay,
another one coming
so
out, so I think we're going
far-
to watch them all before the next one comes out.
Perfect. So far, this one is ranked 1 out of 6. We'll update
Or
this.
however many there actually are.
Yeah. We'll update this ranking once we watch the second one.
Yep.
But thanks for listening to us just ramble. Hopefully,
Well, this is entertaining.
yeah, and hopefully you saw the movie so you had any idea what we were talking about.
Yeah. Tell us if we're idiots in the comments.
Yeah, did you like it? How would you rank it against The Conjuring?
Yeah.
How would you rank it against the other Insidious films? I'm curious.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see as we watch more. We're going to do another this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But until then, don't forget to stay spooky.
Bye bye.